this you cannot find in Pakistan other than this restaurant here in Lahore. And now I'm pretty sure the taste is not gonna be the same. So if you're from India, let me know how, just by looking at it, I know you can taste it, but if you're from India, let me know how good this Vada Pav looks. Alright guys, welcome to another video here from the border between India and Pakistan. And I don't know what they say in India, but here in Pakistan they say Pakistan Zindabad. So I'm here as a even though there's so much between these two countries, I'm here as a neutral person. So we'll also say India Zindabad also, spread some love between these two countries. So we are not very far away from the border between India and Pakistan. It's, if you can see, a lot of people going to the border, and you might be wondering, why are all these people going to the border, I mean, and the reason is at like around 5 p.m. every single day, rain or shine, no matter what the holiday is, they have a parade or a flag lowering ceremony every single day. And it is supposed to be really exciting. It's supposed to be a really fun experience. And even though there are a lot of tensions between these two countries that used to be one around less than 100 years ago, like 75, 76 years ago, they used to be one country, right? So then they split up, and now tensions, who's right, who is wrong, I don't care. I'm here to see this parade, this lowering of this ceremony. And even this parade, I was reading up on it, it is supposed to show like there is still some love between, these two countries. And at the end of the day, the people of these countries, the culture is somewhat different, but a lot of the cultural aspects are the same. Religion is one big thing, but other than that, the culture is very same. And usually if you see an Indian person and a Pakistani person, you won't be able to tell he's from India or Pakistan. So let's hope that in the future these countries can be, more friendly than they are today. And when you see a border between two countries, usually if you have the right documentation, you can cross. But these countries, if you're Indian, you cannot come on this side. And I mean, you can, but you have to have a really good reason why you want to cross the border. And same goes for the Pakistani people. If you want to go across this border, you need basically it is near impossible for someone from Pakistan to cross this border and from someone from India to cross this border and come this direction. It's near impossible. Like I read up on it, you need to do a whole lot, and even then usually you cannot get a visa to visit these countries. So now that's a little bit background about why this border, it is of such significance, because usually you think about border is whatever, right? For example, the border between United States and Canada, it's whatever, right? You can cross it, there's nothing exciting happening. This border is probably the only border between any two countries that has so much actions, so much entertainment going on. And these two countries, even though there is some friendship, but they're usually not very friendly. And when I say these two countries, I'm talking about the governments of these two countries, because the people, they like each other. I don't think the people of these countries hate each other, but it's just the governments are not on the same page. Let's just leave it at that. So much entertainment going on at the border that people cannot cross. So I'm here a little bit early. when the parade starts, I'll share it with you, my experience and what goes on here between the border of India and Pakistan. Here in Lahore, there's a restaurant that sells a very popular Indian street food called the Vada Pav. And this is probably the only restaurant in Pakistan that sells this popular Indian street food, Vada Pav. And since we can't go to India right now, we decided after coming from the border ceremony to try the Vada Pav here. And then what we have here is called the Bun Kabab, which is kind of similar to a Vada Pav, but a little bit different. And it is very popular, not so much here in Lahore, but very popular street food burger in Karachi, Pakistan, that we tried when we visited Karachi. So let's open it up and let's see what the inside of it looks like. So this is the Vada Pav. Kind of similar but different, and obviously this Vada Pav is probably not gonna be how it is if you go on to the streets of India, but this is the best we got right now. So, and then we got some sauces here. Add on some sauces and let's take that bite. Hot. Bun kebab, which is very different than the bun kebab that we had on the streets of Karachi, but let's take a bite of this too. I'm gonna come back to this, but it's still a little bit hot. This is good, but still not the Karachi bun kebab good. Next up, what we have here is popular street food snacks that not only you find here in Pakistan, but some of these are very popular in India. So here we have just Indian, here we have only Pakistani, and here we have a mixture of both countries. So this right here is called a pani puri, and this is just like a small shell with some chickpeas. There's some onions that I can see in there, and then this is supposed to be sour water. Water with some it's called imli chutney that's in there, and you just dip it in this water, and you just eat it. Okay. Good. Very good. Next, this one over here is called the Gujarati puri, and it's a little bit soggy, so I'm not gonna dip this in the water. We're just gonna try it the way it is. And then the last, well, actually two things left. The last thing here is, this is called I believe it's called a dahi sev puri, and there's like a little, almost like a chip on the bottom, like acting like a plate. It is falling apart on me here. Let me just. I think so far, the pani puris have to be my favorite. Then there's Gujarati puri. This one is probably my least favorite, but it's still pretty good. And the last thing over here we got is called the Raj Kachori. We're gonna come back to this because it has so many things inside of it. We're gonna come to this one. This is a samosa chaat that has a samosa, very popular street food here in Pakistan and India as well. They're like noodles, like fried noodles sprinkled on top, and then there's some yogurt here too. So these are so loaded. I don't know which one to eat first because it's not gonna be easy. So let's start with this one. I don't know. There's so many ingredients, so many toppings. It's not gonna be so easy to get everything in one bite. Mm. This is good. I like this. This is a Raj Kachori. By looking at it, it kind of looks like a bigger version of this Pani Puri, this Gujarati Puri, and this Dahi Sev Puri. So I'm gonna dig in and see what I can find in there. And there's yogurt in there, there's tomatoes, there's potatoes, there's so much stuff. Mm. Because it has just, like chickpeas chaat and then all the stuff that these have, but it's just in a giant shell. And they call this the Raj Kachori. And it's pretty good. But these items you find on the streets of India and Pakistan. But this item, I had this about 2 years ago when I went to Dubai. This you cannot find in Pakistan other than this restaurant here in Lahore. And now I'm pretty sure the taste is not gonna be the same. So if you're from India, let me know how, just by looking at it, I know you can taste it, but if you're from India, let me know how good this Vada Pav looks. Do you think I should come to India and try this Vada Pav, or is this good enough? I don't need to come to India, so make sure you let me know, okay? But this is it for now, guys. I have a lot of food to try or finish, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care.